The Unspoken Truths of Growing Older. 7 Insights Seniors Wish Their Families Knew. As the years gracefully accumulate, they bring a wealth of experience, lessons hard won, and a perspective that only time can bestow. Yet, many of these profound insights remain unspoken, carefully tucked away by seniors who wish to shield their loved ones or perhaps find some truths too delicate to voice. But what if sharing these secrets could illuminate the path for those who follow, fostering deeper connections and better preparation for the journey of aging? This isn't about revealing clandestine affairs, but about unveiling the quiet, often unacknowledged realities of growing older. These are the lessons learned in the crucible of lived experience, insights that can significantly enrich how we all approach our later years. Whether you are navigating your own senior years, caring for aging parents, or simply looking towards the future, understanding these unspoken truths can be transformative. Let's explore 7 such insights that wise seniors often carry in their hearts, truths that, once shared, can foster understanding, empathy, and a more fulfilling passage through time. 1. The quiet echo of loneliness, more than just missing company. We often picture strong, independent seniors content in their routines, but beneath that stoic surface, a quiet echo of loneliness can resonate. As life unfolds, social circles naturally constrict. Friends and loved ones may move away or pass on, and the bustling pace of younger family members' lives can inadvertently leave seniors feeling adrift. Why it's often unsaid. Admitting to loneliness can feel like confessing a weakness, or worse, like a subtle accusation that their children aren't doing enough. Seniors like Helen, 72, who once thrived on daily interactions, might find her days primarily filled with solitary activities. It's not that I don't love seeing my children, she might confide if pressed, but they have their busy lives. I don't want to be a burden by saying I'm lonely. You just adjust. The deeper impact. This isn't merely a fleeting sadness. Chronic loneliness can be a profound ache for connection, for shared laughter, for the simple human touch of a face-to-face conversation. It can affect mental well-being, cognitive health, and even physical vitality. It's the loss of peers who share your history, who understand your cultural touchstones without explanation. Bridging the silence, recognizing this unspoken need is the first step. For seniors, it might mean gently expressing a desire for more regular, casual contact, not demands, but invitations. For families, it's about creating consistent opportunities for connection beyond obligatory holiday visits. This could be a weekly phone call, a shared meal, helping set up technology for video chats, or encouraging participation in community groups, hobby clubs, or volunteer work. The goal is to transform the quiet echo into a reassuring hum of belonging. 2. The shifting landscape of physicality. Navigating decline with dignity. One of the most universal yet often downplayed aspects of aging is the inevitable physical decline. It's not a sudden collapse, but a gradual recalibration of the body's capabilities. What begins as a slightly stiffer knee or the need for reading glasses can evolve into more significant limitations. Why it's often unsaid. For individuals who have prided themselves on their strength and capability, acknowledging these changes can be deeply frustrating and even feel embarrassing. George, 79, a lifelong gardener, might now struggle with bending or lifting. I never thought I'd be the one needing help to get out of a chair, he might admit quietly. You just don't want to appear weak, especially to your kids. The deeper impact, this isn't just about physical discomfort, it's about the potential erosion of independence and self-identity. The fear isn't necessarily the ache itself, but what it represents. A potential loss of autonomy, the need to rely on others for tasks once performed with ease. This can lead to seniors hiding difficulties, increasing the risk of falls or other accidents. Bridging the silence, openly discussing physical changes isn't about dwelling on limitations, but about proactive adaptation. It allows for conversations about home modifications, assistive devices, or physical therapy that can enhance safety and prolong independence. For children, it's about offering support without overstepping, focusing on enabling rather than taking over. Acknowledging these shifts with empathy allows for dignity to be maintained, even as abilities change. Number 3, the shadow of financial insecurity, worries that go unvoiced. Money is a sensitive topic at any age, but for seniors, financial anxieties can become a silent, heavy companion. Fears of outliving savings, managing fixed incomes against rising healthcare costs, or the dread of becoming a financial burden on their children weigh heavily. Why it's often unsaid, many seniors hail from generations where financial matters were kept private. There can be a sense of pride in having managed their affairs independently, or shame if they feel their planning has fallen short. Martha, 78, and living on a fixed pension, might constantly juggle bills but never voice her anxieties to her children. They have their own families and mortgages to worry about, she might reason. I don't want to add my troubles to their plate. The deeper impact. This silence can lead to immense stress, poor decision-making due to lack of counsel, and a diminished quality of life as seniors cut back on essentials or social activities. Ironically, not sharing these concerns can sometimes create more stress for children later if a crisis emerges unexpectedly. Bridging the silence, initiating gentle, respectful conversations about financial well-being can be invaluable. This isn't about demanding an inheritance or prying. It's about ensuring parents have access to sound advice, are aware of all benefits they might be entitled to, and have a plan for future eventualities. Sometimes, simply knowing their children are aware and willing to discuss solutions can alleviate a significant portion of the worry. It can also open doors to collaborative planning or identifying resources previously unknown. 4. The emotional tapestry of later life: grief, regret, and reflection. Aging is not just a physical journey, it's an intensely emotional one. The later years often bring a complex tapestry of feelings: grief over the loss of spouses, friends, and even former selves, reflection on past choices, perhaps tinged with regret, and a growing awareness of mortality. Why it's often unsaid, there's a societal pressure and often a personal desire to age gracefully and maintain a positive outlook. Seniors may fear that expressing sadness or existential anxieties will be perceived as negativity, depression, or a sign of giving up. Richard, 80, recently widowed, might put on a brave face for his children, concealing the depth of his grief. They don't need to see me falling apart, he might think. I need to be strong for them. The deeper impact. Suppressing these powerful emotions doesn't make them disappear. It can intensify them, leading to isolation, anxiety, or genuine depression. The emotional weight of accumulated life experiences, both joyful and painful, needs acknowledgement and sometimes processing. Bridging the silence. Creating a safe space for emotional honesty is crucial. This means listening without judgment, validating feelings, and understanding that it's okay to not always be cheerful. For seniors, sharing these feelings can be a relief, fostering deeper intimacy with loved ones. For children, it's an opportunity to understand their parents more fully and offer comfort. Sometimes professional support like grief counseling or therapy can be immensely helpful, and normalizing this can make it easier to accept. 5. The cherished ideal of independence, the fear of becoming a burden. Of all the unspoken fears, the dread of losing independence often looms largest. The ability to manage one's own life, from making daily choices to performing personal care, is intrinsically linked to dignity and self-worth. Why it's often unsaid, admitting the need for help can feel like a monumental defeat, a step towards becoming dependent and a burden. Nancy, 74 and living alone, might secretly struggle with meal preparation or remembering medications, but resist any suggestion of assistance. I'm perfectly capable, she might insist, even as exhaustion mounts. The fear is not just about needing help, but about what it signifies. The deeper impact, this fierce protection of independence can, paradoxically, lead to greater risks. Hiding difficulties can result in accidents, malnutrition, or medication errors. It can also create a stressful dynamic where children worry but feel powerless to intervene until a crisis occurs. Bridging the silence, conversations about future needs should ideally begin before a crisis. The focus should be on how to support continued independence rather than taking it away. This could involve discussing preferences for future care, exploring in-home support services, or making gradual adaptations. Framing help as a tool to maintain quality of life and autonomy rather than a sign of failure can make it more acceptable. It's about interdependence, where family members support each other, respecting the senior's desire for self-determination as much as possible. Number 6, the digital divide, navigating a world tethered to technology. In an increasingly digital world, technology can feel like both a lifeline and a labyrinth for many seniors. From smartphones and social media to online banking and telehealth, the pressure to be tech-savvy is immense. Why it's often unsaid, seniors may feel embarrassed by their lack of digital literacy, frustrated by interfaces that seem counterintuitive, or simply overwhelmed by the rapid pace of change. Bill, 78, might avoid using the smartphone his children gave him, feeling too old to learn new tricks or fearing he'll break something. He might miss out on family photos shared on social media or struggle to access important information online. The deeper impact. This reluctance or inability to engage with technology can lead to increased social isolation, difficulty accessing essential services, and a feeling of being left behind. It can also create a barrier to easy communication with younger, tech-reliant family members. Bridging the silence. Patience and personalized support are key. Instead of assuming disinterest, adult children can gently inquire about specific challenges and offer one-on-one, unhurried assistance. Focusing on the benefits, like seeing grandchildren on video calls, accessing interesting articles, or managing appointments, can be a great motivator. There are also many senior-friendly devices and courses available. The goal isn't to turn every senior into a tech guru, but to empower them to use the tools that can enhance their connection and convenience. 7. The unspoken contemplation of mortality, facing life's final chapter. The one certainty in life is its end, and as the years advance, thoughts about mortality naturally become more present. This isn't necessarily a morbid preoccupation, but a quiet contemplation of legacy, final wishes, and the unknown. Why it's often unsaid. Death is a difficult topic in many families. Seniors may avoid discussing it for fear of upsetting their children, appearing fatalistic, or confronting their loved ones with the painful reality of their eventual absence. Joanne, 82, after losing a close friend, might find herself pondering her own mortality more frequently, but keep these thoughts to herself. I don't want to make them sad or worried, she might tell herself. The deeper impact, carrying these thoughts alone can be an emotional burden. Moreover, a lack of communication about end-of-life wishes can lead to confusion, distress, and potential conflict for the family later on. Important conversations about healthcare directives, funeral preferences, and legacy are often postponed until it's too late. Bridging the silence, approaching this topic with sensitivity and openness can be profoundly comforting for everyone involved. It allows seniors to express their wishes, share their fears, and find a measure of peace. For families, it provides clarity and the opportunity to honor their loved ones' desires. These conversations, while challenging, can also be deeply meaningful, offering a chance to discuss what truly matters, to express love and gratitude, and to face the inevitable with shared understanding and support. From secrets to shared wisdom, the power of open hearts. The journey through aging is multifaceted, filled with unique joys and challenges. The secrets seniors hold are often born from love, a desire to protect, and a lifetime of ingrained independence. However, by fostering an environment of trust, empathy, and open communication, families can transform these unspoken burdens into shared wisdom. Acknowledging these realities, the loneliness, the physical changes, the financial worries, the emotional depths, the fear of losing independence, the tech struggles, and the contemplation of mortality, doesn't diminish the strength or dignity of our elders. Instead, it honors their full human experience. For seniors, consider the relief and connection that can come from carefully sharing some of these truths with trusted loved ones. Your experiences are invaluable, and your vulnerability can be a bridge. For adult children and younger generations, listen with an open heart, ask gentle questions, and offer support without judgment. The insights gained can not only ease the path for your aging loved ones, but also prepare you for your own journey ahead. Ultimately, breaking the silence around these common aspects of aging allows for more authentic relationships, better care, and a richer, more connected experience of life, right to its very end. Let these conversations begin, not as a list of problems, but as an ongoing dialogue of love, understanding, and mutual respect. We hope these insights spark meaningful reflection and conversation. What resonated most with you? Do you have experiences or advice you'd like to share? Please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your wisdom enriches our community. If you found this article valuable, please consider sharing it with others who might benefit. To receive more content designed to inform and inspire, we invite you to subscribe to our updates.